I uploaded a video on Battalion 1944 the other day, and as I was making it and getting some gameplay, unfortunately that meant I had to play it. And this game was shocking. I mean, you can see by the gameplay in the background, I'm playing against bots because as the video goes into many of the details, this game is dead. There's no players, there's no server. So all you can do is really play against bots. But the bots in this are so funny. I thought I had to make a video. I mean, look at this. I'm in the top of a building here. There's a first wave of bots come up. But no, that's not the end of... Oh, here come their friends. Oh, there we go. Oh, Johnson, I think you've forgotten something. No, he's also dead. Oh, there's more. Jesus Christ. I don't know what they did when they came to coding the bots for this. This has to... You can even hear me laughing in the background there. This has to be perhaps the worst bots. I mean, look at the kill feed. It looks brilliant. Bot Alex went down very fast there. Bot Adriel, I mean, he was completely demolished. Do you get a lot of kills? Yes. Is it a challenge? Not exactly. I think I kind of proved the point when I was recording this gameplay that there's a reason this game died, and it wasn't just because of the poor servers and the developers eventually ditching it. There was a problem with the gameplay in itself. Now, is it terrible? No, not at all. It's actually quite a lot of fun. Some of the gunplay is quite good at some points, but there are some big issues. I mean, first of all, look at that pistol. Look at that pistol. Look how fast that fires. Some of the guns work absolutely fine. Things like submachine guns, like the grease gun and the MP40, work fine, as they probably would. Even the trench gun, to some extent, is all right. I mean, it's the hit markers aren't great. But it's when you get to the bolt action stuff, even like the pistols, they're so weird. Because for some reason, the developers have coded it so they fire as fast as you can click. Which means an M1 Garand or, like, I don't know, any sort of rifle. I mean, look at this. This is a rifle. Look how fast it's firing. I mean, if this isn't Call of Duty Zombies, I don't know what is. Brain dead bots running in lines towards rifles that can, you know, just wipe them all out because they can basically fire as fast as a submachine gun. And I think this is where the main issue with the gameplay came in, is that every weapon feels so similar. And it works for submachine guns, but when you can spray down that with a rifle, you know there's kind of an issue. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not a bolt action rifle or anything like that, but even the M1 Garand, as far as I'm aware, fires at that speed, even though it has, you know, 5 bullets in its mag and then you have to do a quick reload. But you see the damage you can deal with a submachine gun at that fast pace. There's no real reason to use them because they do less damage SMGs than rifles, and they fire about the same amount just because of how fast you can fire when you're clicking. I mean, there's a little bit more grease gun gameplay. Grease guns are fun. I mean, it is quite satisfying when you do get kills, especially against bots. They have no idea what's going on. I mean, even the pistol. The pistols are mental. Hell yes, that was some great accuracy from me. Some of this gameplay is quite embarrassing, but I thought this was too golden not to make into its own video. Some of the gameplay from that why it failed video. I think that's the Halo guy, by the way, the Halo announcer. I think he's in this.
Eliminate the enemy.
That's the same guy, right? I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, all this was too golden. I used the Springfield rifle here. Sniping is satisfying. It is very Call of Duty-esque, you know, quick scoping. I even do a few no-scopes in here, mostly by accident, but it is pretty cool. There's a quick no-scope there. It's quite fun. It's not realistic at all, and that's kind of ironic, since a lot of the promotional material, the developers kept hammering home how they were trying to make a realistic game, and you just see me jump off a bunker, swap out my Springfield for a pistol, and spam it into the front of a bot's head who had no idea what was going on. There's nothing to do with realism within this game, and I think that's where a big problem lied. The developers said they were trying to make it realistic. The game itself was not realistic, but it's a World War II shooter. A big audience for World War II games are history buffs who like realism. That's why Postscriptum and Hell Let Loose, Day of Infamy, and even to some extent Day of Defeat, which is kind of what this is based off, did well, because those people love realistic World War II stuff. They made this so arcadey. And sure, go ahead. Call of Duty is very popular and it's the most arcadey game in the world. But this is to another level. I mean, here we have the M1 carbine. I've shown you this before, but all the bots line up for me to just pinpoint them with this thing and they're gone. Absolutely slaughtered because of, you know, the ability to fire as fast as you can click. And that's the round done. That's how fast it was. Of course, it's against bots, once again. But the bots aren't the big issue. Bots are always going to be bad. It's the guns that are weird here. I mean, look at them lining up for me. Always in the same spot. It is... Oh, and a double kill there. Oh, what a thing of beauty. I do like the Springfield. It is quite a lot of fun. If in doubt, whip out the pistol, spam it into someone. There's nothing they can do. I think they line up for me perfectly again. Yeah. So, that's Battalion 1944. It's an interesting game. I can see why it failed. And whilst a lot of it was to do with, of course, server issues, promoted to the wrong audience, and of course the developers eventually leaving it, as I mentioned in my full video, you can see just by... I mean, this was like an hour and a half of gameplay that I recorded. And just these moments, you can see the issues that it was played with. It didn't really know what it was going for. They said they wanted to make a semi-realistic World War II shooter, and then they put in M1 Garrards and carbines that can shoot as fast as SMGs. I mean, which way are we going here? You can run and gun, you can do 360 no-scopes and shoot people in the face, but you're kind of aiming yourself towards an authentic World War II audience, which doesn't really make all that much sense. But hey-ho. This is just a little video that I thought I'd make because I thought this gameplay was too entertaining not to show off. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you check out the full video, and I will see you in the next one.